Thank you. As Jennifer just reported, the CIA requested military backup 3 times for the besieged U.S. consulate in Libya, and 3 times it was denied. U.S. Navy SEAL Tyrone Woods was one of the 4 Americans killed in the terror attack. He ignored the orders to stand down. He went to the consulate to try to save those in peril. He fought to the bitter end, all the way back at the CIA annex, trying to keep the attackers at bay. His body was found slumped over his machine gun. They believe he fired to the last moment. His father, Charlie, is not interested in political arguments, but he does want to know who in the administration made the call not to dispatch military assets that might have saved his son's life, instead leaving Tyrone Woods and the other Americans to fend for themselves. Charlie Woods joins us live now by phone. Charlie, your reaction to the breaking news.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your introduction, and I do want to reiterate this and really emphasize again, this is not about politics. This is about, if it were about politics, it would dishonor my son's death. This has to do with honor, integrity, and justice.
As you learn more about his final moments, how he requested backup twice, 3 times, and was denied 3 times, and how he ignored the orders to stand down, how he rushed to the scene to try to save the ambassador, and ultimately paid with his own life for his heroism. Your thoughts on that?
This news that he disobeyed his orders does not surprise me. My son was an American hero, and he had the moral strength to do what was right, even if that would professionally cost him his job, even if it would potentially cost him his life. He was a hero who was willing to do whatever was necessary to respond to their cries for help. If, in fact, those people in the White House were as courageous and had the moral strength that my son Ty had, immediately, within minutes of when they found there was the first attack, they would have they would have given permission, not denied permission, for those C-130s to have gone up there. And this is I don't know much about weapons, but it's coming out right now that they actually had laser targets focused on the mortars that were being sent to kill my son, and they refused to pull the trigger. They refused to send those C-30s. To me, I'm an attorney. This may not meet the legal test of murder, but to me, that is not only cowardice, but those people who made the decision and who knew about the decision and lied about it are murderers of my son. That's a very strong statement for me to make, but for their benefit, they need to clear their conscience, they need to stand up, and they need to change the direction of their lives. And I want to say right now, you know who you are. I totally forgive you, but I hope years from now you change the direction of your life for your benefit.
Charlie, do you feel like you are getting straight answers from the administration on this?
This is all a path of lies. And that's one thing, as a father whose son was killed, I do not appreciate lies. I do not appreciate cowardice, and I do not appreciate lies. And I'm a loving person. I love my son, and I want to honor him. And I hope I'm not speaking too strongly, but I am very glad the facts are coming out right now. The reason I'm even speaking up, our family had made the decision not to say anything. But after the facts came out, that in real time, the White House, from minutes after the first bullet was fired, they watched my son. They denied his pleas for help. My son violated his orders in order to protect the lives of at least 30 people. He risked his life to be a hero. I wish that the leadership in the White House had that same level of moral courage and heroism that my son displayed with his life.
As we look at the beautiful pictures you gave us of Ty when he was younger, when he was in high school, the picture of the two of you together, we remember his legacy. He is an American hero. Charlie, I'll give you the last word.
Well, I appreciate that, and I sent you those pictures of Ty in high school, and I wanted you to show those to the people out there for one reason, and that is so that people could be inspired and to know that Ty was just a normal kid. Okay, we were an imperfect family, but we were a normal family. And I would hope that his legacy would live on, and that we would raise up a generation of American heroes, and that they would be inspired by his pictures and by his life, and that we would raise up a generation of American heroes that are strong morally and strong in every other aspect of their life. We do not need another generation of liars who lack the moral strength that my son, who is an American hero, had. Thank you.
Charlie Woods, all the best to you and your family.
And I really appreciate what's happening, and I really wish the best for those people that allowed my son to be murdered. And I mean that very sincerely. I want the best for them, but they need to stand up and they need to change the direction of their lives. Thank you.
Thank you. All the best, sir. I know I speak for a lot of our viewers when I say your son will be missed, and we honor his memory today.
Thank you for honoring him.
Tyrone Woods.
American hero. Thank you.
We are going to have much more on this story. We're taking your thoughts on it right now. You can send them to me on Twitter at Megyn Kelly. I do read them. And still ahead, we will be joined by the former White House Chief of Staff under President George W. Bush, Andy Card, as well as General Tom McInerney, who said yesterday that more could have been done. Much more. Keep it right here on America Live.